Hey guys, so the plan today is to hook into this Hemi 6. Now, as you can see, those that are familiar with Chryslers, you can tell this isn't a slant 6 engine, alright? This is an upright, inline 6-cylinder engine. This is a 245 Hemi, so it's 4 litre. They made them up to 4.3 litre, or they made 3.5 litre Hemis as well, alright? So 215 cubic inch was 3.5, 245 was 4 litre, and the 265 is the 4.3 litre. Now this is just the 4 litre Hemi. Sure, it'd be nice to have a 265 in here, but the 4 litre Hemi's not a bad engine anyway. They came out standard in the Pacer, which was a performance version, and they made pretty good power, and you know, they were quite a fun thing to drive. I'm going to take this 4-barrel off it because the 4-barrel's a bit big, uses a bit of fuel, and blows some black smoke. I'm going to probably take these extractors off as well. Now the extractors, yes, they're good for power, but these ones are custom made, and they were custom made for a different car, and they seem to knock against a few things on this car, so they're a little bit annoying. So we're going to take them off and put the twin outlet cast iron header that came out on the Pacer, and put that on, and should be a nicer thing to drive, no knocks and bangs or anything like that. Now, before we get started, and I'm going to drive this thing into the shed so we can work on it there, but I'm going to drop the water here, so we're not dropping the water on the floor in the shed. Probably should stick some coolant in there next time. Hey guys, so just scraping the old gasket material off this head. Now this is the head I want to put on the wagon. Now, the reason I want to put this head on the wagon is, there's a few different reasons. One, it's been converted for unleaded fuel, okay, which all the original Hemi 6 heads, none of them were done for unleaded. We didn't get unleaded fuel in Australia until 1986. It's also been ported, this head, okay, so the ports have been a little bit enlarged and smoothed out. That was done by Superflow heads quite a few years ago, and it's been a good head. And it's also, they've reconditioned it all over. Like, it's done a few thousand Ks since then, but generally this has been a pretty good head. And, it's got good valve stem seals in it and everything, so I think it'll be a good addition to that engine. Okay guys, so we've got that 265 head over there ready. It's all cleaned up. Now we'll just get going on this stuff. Alright, so we'll start the easy stuff first. Air cleaner, carby, intake and exhaust manifold, then we'll do the rocker cover, and then the head. Now it's not rocket science, this the 265, 245 Hemi is a pretty simple thing, there's nothing really complicated in it. So I'm just going to hook into it and pull it apart, and you guys can just watch. There's no point in me explaining the whole thing along the way. Alright, let's just get into it. Hey guys, so I just thought I'd pause there for a sec and show that I've taken the intake and exhaust manifolds off. Alright, so those extractors came out relatively easy. I had to undo this engine mount down here and just jack up the side of the engine just so I could get them out. But for those who are familiar with the Hemi 6, you probably noticed that the starter motor on this one sits a lot lower than typical. Normally they sit up in this space here, alright, but mine's down here. And the reason for that is I've got the torque flight conversion on this. Now, torque flights did come on a small amount of Hemi 6s, mainly police and taxi packs and stuff like that. But most of the Hemi 6s, when they had automatics, came with Borg Warner 35s, which were pretty crappy, but that's what you had. Alright, so the torque flight moves the starter down here, and I've got the Castlemaine rod shop conversion kit in there to allow me to put the torque flight on that. I just thought I'd point that out because it's not something you see every day. But it works quite well. So the torque flight I've got behind there is a 904, and it's got a full manual kit through it, which probably isn't the nicest thing to drive in day-to-day mode because you're constantly shifting gears, you know, especially if you're in city traffic. But yeah, it's a tough little box, and it's lasted me well over a number of years. Anyway, we'll get back into this. Now it's time to take the rocker cover off. So I need Allen key to do these little screws up here, and then take the head off. Okay guys, so that's the hard part, I guess, lifting the head off, but I've got to lift the old one on, so the new one on, and we'll have to clean up these gasket surfaces. Alright, I'll do some cleanup and then we'll get back into it. Okay, so it's time to drop our other head back on. We've got our new head gasket laid on, and now we've got to go get that bloody heavy head and drop her on there. Big lump of cast iron, I'll tell you. There's those locating dowels. There we go, there's one. The other. Alright. So that's down on its locating dowels. Now I can slot some head bolts in there.